everyone, and welcome back to the Losers Lounge podcast. Here, wherever you are, folks, I tell you, it's good to be here as always. I'll tell you, it has been crazy, just crazy few weeks for us, but we're doing pretty good. We are vibing, we are feeling great, and especially because, well, I'm dreaming of something good. That, of course, being Wrestledream, which is this weekend. AEW Wrestledream, might I add there. But seriously, this is going to be a fantastic show. The card's looking really stacked. But as always, as we say, you can't have a, pay-per-view coming around without us. So I think we should get to business, and I think this time I'll start off the introductions here with a man who, honestly, he's one hell of a good bloke, and you know who it is. That, of course, being Steep.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the festivities this weekend. Wrestledream. I've had, some good experiences with it. It's always a fun event that comes around, especially this time of year. Another uh, fall, type tradition that they got going on. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. It's one hell of a time, and they're really doing well, man. And I'm really excited to talk about this show when watching this upcoming weekend. And I hope everyone else is as well. And it's not like you said, it's not a pay-per-view weekend without us. Like, it's not a PLE or whatever without the Losers Lounge. Like, it's like Mania week. You always got to have us there, even when we don't get to put out episodes. During those weeks, it's still not a special event without us here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And look, we were very much, a lot of us were busy last week, so we very much couldn't do what we do best, but it's always good to do it, especially when we have the OG of OGs, the regular of regulars, that of course being the heelest of Balor's, HeelBalor.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Tyler. Hello, Steeps. Hello, everybody on YouTube.com. The heelest of Balors is here. Man, I love AEW weekends. I love their pay-per-view weekends. Let me rephrase that. We got that one here with Wrestledream. It looks freaking incredible. I can't wait to talk about it. I'm so hyped.
Oh, yeah, man. It is looking really good. I'll tell you, there's one other person who thinks this card looks really good out of all of us here. That, of course, being the Skull King Beast Mode 9000.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, it is I, like my good friend Tyler just said, the Skull King Beast Mode 9000, back here on the Losers Lounge podcast to talk AEW Wrestledream. This card looks so goddamn stacked, and you know what? I was thinking about us, and I was thinking about what we're gonna be, because I know we're the Losers Lounge already, but then I opened my eyes, and I realized that it was just a Wrestledream. Yeah, fuck Nelly. He's a piece of shit, though. Anyway, but had to make the reference because it is Wrestledream season, and god damn it, this card looks so goddamn stacked. Cannot wait to talk about it. This shit is gonna cook, like the kids say.
Absolutely, like the kids say, it is gonna be straight fire. Like, seriously, this is gonna be so much fun, and it's a pretty damn good card, too, for our liking. Of course, as ever, we ain't talking pre-shows, so that, tailgate, whatever thing, yeah, we ain't talking about that. Even some of the people involved were confused by the name of it, so very much we don't gotta worry about that, but there's more than enough to talk about, and I think we'll start off with the women's division here, with Jamie Hayter taking on Tekla. Not a match I would have expected to be on the pay-per-view, but does kind of make sense considering we are building towards the first ever women's blood and guts match. Well, I kind of can't believe we're gone that far to get there, but it is pretty cool. And The Triangle of Madness has so far been quite a unique faction. Definitely unique in terms of AEW's faction ranks. And of course, Jamie Hayter, longtime member of the roster, so should be quite an interesting one. Beast, I'll start with you here. Who have you got between Jamie Hayter and Tekla?
This is a match that I was also surprised to see on the card. I think it could go a couple of different ways, honestly. I am fine with either direction they go with it. I think Tekla is fantastic. Really, since she came into AEW, I knew a little bit about her before she signed. But man, ever since she signed out, she has flourished, really. And I've become a huge fan of her really, really quickly. And I love me some Jamie Hayter. And it's been a while since we have had Blood and Guts, and it is going to be the first ever women's Blood and Guts, and it has been a long time coming for the first ever women's Blood and Guts. I'm surprised they didn't do it from the fucking jump, because, I mean, goddamn, why not? I think you have a stacked women's division that needs to be utilized fucking better, and they deserve a Blood and Guts. They've deserved it from the start, and I am super pumped that that's what we're building towards. I think having both of these women in the first ever women's Blood and Guts would be the way to go, and to build to it, at least starting to here right now at square one with these two, I think is a great way to start things. I don't really know where I would go with this match. Again, I think you go a couple different ways. Like I said, I think either Tekla winning is fantastic because you give her another nice little kick in the ass to get her over with the fans. Or you could obviously go with the more of the fan favorite, that being Jamie Hayter, who's been in AEW longer. I'm fine either way. I love both of these women. I think they're both incredibly talented. But if I had to pick, I would go with Tekla. Because I think Tekla is the fresher face. I think Tekla not deserves it more, but I think giving her the rub of beating Jamie Hayter would be the way to go, more than Jamie Hayter, padding her already loaded resume with another win. I think having Tekla get more of a push would be the way to go. I think that's just me, but I'm fine either way. I think Jamie Hayter does deserve a win as well, so I really couldn't care in the best way possible. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it, but I do think if I had to pick, I would go with Tekla.
Yeah, fair enough. HeelBalor, I'll go with you next. Who have you got between Jamie Hayter and Tekla?
It's been a fun little feud. The rise of Tekla has been very cool. And the Triangle of Madness has been very fun as well, with Sky Blue and with Julia Hart as well by her side. Jamie Hayter, kind of up and down for her. I'm not gonna lie. Got injured and stuff like that, and then after having that fun match with Mercedes at Double or Nothing, then she got led by Tekla, and then of course she got I believe she went off, recuperated injury or whatever, came back Forbidden Door, and she's back to finish up some business. I'm kind of with Beast here as well. I'm fine either way, to be honest with you. Just give me a fun match and good storytelling, I'll be fine. But I am gonna go with Tekla myself because she is the newer star. Then against Jamie, she's cool. I do like her, but I think Tekla could get more with this win. So I'm gonna go with her on that one. Plus, it makes a good build to Blood and Guts. So I'm going with Tekla.
Oh yeah, fair enough. And Steep, who have you got between Jamie Hayter and Tekla?
I wouldn't say much outside of what everyone else said. Like, you mentioned earlier, this is a match I'm also surprised that made the main show and everything. When I first saw it, it was one of those I could just look over these type of matches. I think it'd probably be more than that, especially on the route they're taking to build to that women's Blood and Guts. Phenomenal talent on both end, But yeah, honestly, a decision either way, of who wins, I wouldn't be too upset about. But I'm gonna go with Tekla on this one.
Right. I personally have been, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I haven't really kept up as much with the AEW product as I should, which, hey, that's a fair thing to say, but, I will say, when it comes to the build to the women's Blood and Guts, I think so far they've done a pretty decent job. it's very much going in that slow and steady pace, which, I mean, fair enough. They've got like another month to go until the match, but, you know, honestly, having this little bit of a teaser sort of thing on the main card of a pay-per-view, yeah, fair enough. I can understand it. Tekla, Triangle of Madness, been doing some fantastic stuff, and Jamie Hayter, she's always been fantastic. She's someone who, like, honestly, is one of the best on the roster, so it's definitely hard to pick, but I've got Tekla with this one. I think we're gonna see a heel victory sort of here, which will then lead to the faces most likely winning Blood and Guts, which does make a lot of sense. So, yeah, I've got Tekla taking this one. But
I agree. I think the baby faces are absolutely going to win Blood and Guts, 100%.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So it makes sense for the heels to kind of get some things going into the show.
Yeah. Give a heel a rub going into Blood and Guts, and then give the baby faces the win at Blood and Guts. Classic fucking wrestling booking.
Yeah, classic wrestling booking. That's what we like to see. Although I think this next match may not be as classic as you may think. It is the Hurt Syndicate taking on Ricochet and the Gates of Agony in a Tornado Trios match. Ooh, little bit of that Tornado tag. So, yes, the Demand, as I believe they're now called, they have been doing pretty damn well for themselves as a faction, taking on the Hurt Syndicate, which, well, they hurt people, so pretty much this is gonna be like your fun little multi-man party tag type deal. This is gonna be the fun match of the card, so yeah, this is definitely gonna be a good one. Steep, who have you got between the Demand and the Hurt Syndicate?
I mean, I love I love the Demand for obviously reasons of my boy Ricochet and everything. Sorry for that. Hold on.
No, you're good. You're good.
Deep got a phone call.
Okay, like I was saying, uh, I I love the Demand obviously for Ricochet and everything. Tony Leono's also great, and Bishop Gon, the people he's with. But the Hurt Syndicate, man, it's hard to root against the Hurt Syndicate.
Ooh, giving it to the Syndicate, eh? I mean, fair enough. Fair enough there.
And Steep, I'd like to apologize. I'm the one that called you house. I just wanted to call it and tell you that you really awesome and that I would like to order a pizza, please. Could you give me a pizza? I'd like a pizza with extra mushrooms, extra pineapple, and if you want to call Steep, his number is 17.
Oh god, oh god. I think we'll go with actually I gotta go over to you, Beast. Who have you got between the Demand and the Hurt Syndicate?
Sorry about that. Goddamn. Man, I love me a good tornado tag. I think this is gonna be stupid fucking fun. I don't know. Again, like you said, Tyler, this is really gonna be the fun match of the card. And granted, pretty much all the matches on this show are gonna be fun. It's a stacked card, but like this specifically is gonna be a spot fest. Like Ricochet's gonna do what he does best, which is a lot of flippy shit, and I love that. The Hurt Syndicate's going to do what they do best, and that is they hurt people. And the Gates of Agony are going to do what they do best, and that is be good muscle for Ricochet. I think the Gates of Agony deserve a push. I've been a fan of them for a little bit. Not super, super long, but a little bit. And I do enjoy what they do between the ropes. I think they could use a little bit more polish, I guess is the word I want to use, but a little bit more fine-tuning. But I do think they deserve a push. I do like watching them wrestle. So, because of that, and because of the upset victory the Demand got last time, I would give it to the Demand again. I really would. Or, yeah, you could give it to the Hurt Syndicate, and then maybe do like a blow-off match, like a fucking, a triple threat, not triple threat, a fucking, 6-man tag tornado steel cage match, which should be rad. So you can maybe give it to Hurt Syndicate there, but I'd give it to the Demand again. That's just what I would do, just because I like this new heel stable that Ricochet's in, and I like that he's elevating Gates of Agony. And I feel like they deserve a little bit more of a push. That's just me. I would give it to the Demand, but I would not be mad if the Hurt Syndicate were to win. I do love me the Hurt Syndicate. They're fucking awesome. Super fucking charismatic. I could watch all of them wrestle all goddamn day. So if you were to give it to the Hurt Syndicate, I would then go for a third match at, another pay-per-view, and I would have it be a 6-man like tornado, maybe like steel cage match or elimination match or something. That's what I would do if you were to give it to the Hurt Syndicate, but I would give it to the Demand personally.
Ooh, interesting direction with that. HeelBalor, who have you got between the Demand and the Hurt Syndicate?
I'm cool either way, to be honest with you. The Demand won the first match. The Hurt Syndicate won the second. So this is the rubber match. Jeez. I guess I'll give it to the Hurt Syndicate. Then against the Demand. Really hope Ricochet gets some championship gold though, because he's been deserving it for a very long time. The Hurt Syndicate have been doing very well for themselves as well. I can also see a scenario where maybe like a new member is like put in there, like because obviously MJF is gone. So I can see maybe like them having a new member to like back them up or something like that. I know it's like 3v3, but it's also a tornado tag. So I could definitely see like a new member maybe showing up and just causing some shenanigans or whatever. But I still have the Hurt Syndicate winning, but I'm legit fine either way. I got the Hurt Syndicate.
Who do you think might be the new member? Out of curiosity.
That's a good point.
I have no idea, to be honest with you. Is there anyone really in AEW or any free agents out there? That's the only thing.
What's Brian Keith doing?
I have no idea.
I mean, if he's not doing it, I mean, fuck it. You could fucking put him in there. That'd be rad.
You could put him in there if you wanted to. Lee Moriarty, maybe. I like him.
Oh, base.
We're gonna. I have no idea, but like, I could see probably a new member like debuting. I don't know why. I just feel like that's going to happen. But people say Cedric Alexander. I mean, I could see Cedric, but I think his contract's coming to an end with TNA. But I could see him probably re-signing, but maybe he shows up. I don't know, but
if
I just see
he does
showing up.
If he does end it with TNA, he could fucking that is true.
Yeah, that's what my mind was going towards as well.
Okay. But I saw the Hurt Syndicate winning, so yeah, that's why I'm gonna pick. But please give Ricochet some gold, please.
Oh yeah.
True.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think for me with this match, like, this is gonna be a fun match. This is gonna be a party. This is gonna be the chaos that you want to see, and I am gonna love it. Who have I got winning this? Yeah, there's definitely some good points with that. It's the third in a series, and they could easily go ahead and do another whenever sort of thing. You know what? I'd give it to the Hurt Syndicate. Like, nothing against the Demand, obviously. The Demand are fucking awesome, and I think they deserve all the love and all the gold and that kind of thing, but I don't know, just something about the stability of the Hurt Syndicate just is like, yeah, that works for me. So, yeah, I've got the Hurt Syndicate with this one. Nice and easy. But, you know what? This next match definitely ain't gonna be easy. Because, well, in all AEW shows, there's usually gonna be one bloodbath, and this is that bloodbath. It is an I Quit match as Darby Allin takes on Jon Moxley. Oh, this has been one hell of a story. In fact, 1 year ago was that infamous Wrestledream where the Death Riders were born. 1 year ago. God damn, it probably didn't think it took us a year to get to this point, but we're finally here. Darby's finally ready to take down the Death Riders. And Moxley, well, Moxley wants to keep his power, so yeah, it's all come down to this, and this is going to be some bloodshed. So, HeelBalor, who have you got with the I Quit match?
It's crazy how like last year's Wrestledream ended with the Death Riders being born, Bryan Danielson's career being over for the time being, an infamous ending to a very fun show. With this year, obviously we got the Death Riders, Darby Allin, John Moxley, all that stuff. You know, Mox carried the title for months in the briefcase, and now it's come to a head with potentially this is obviously the match that's going to end the robbery. I hope. If they don't end the robbery here, I don't know what else we can do to up the ante. I think they've done everything they can do, but God only knows what these two are going to do in that ring together. Their match at All Out was super brutal. That coffin match was insane. The return of Pac with short hair, by the way, was freaking awesome. Then afterwards, Darby lit Mox on fire while he was in the body bag, which was so freaking awesome. And then, have the I Quit match right here where these two, that's the big question. How are these two going to get each other to say I quit? That's going to be the fun thing, is like, how are we going to get both these guys to say I quit? Because these guys are people who will never die or anything will never go away. And the talk of John Moxley, of course, always bringing up or Darby, bringing up, I climbed Mount Everest, stuff like that. And forget the of how they've been handling the rivalry has been fun. It has been fun. It's been brutal. It's been fun. We've seen blood. We've seen thumbtacks. We've seen coffins. We've seen everything we can see under the sun. And then bringing up the AEW flag. Of course, Darby planted the flag on Mount Everest. They keep bringing that up. The segment they had this past week on Diamond with Darby just sitting in a jail cell, and then him and Mox face to face on the other side of the glass was so cool. And then Pac beat the living hell out of this dude, blooded him up, and like Darby's blood splattered on the freaking on the glass. It was so cool. Then you had, of course, Darby literally crawling his way to the ring. Here's Steve and Beast. We watched this show together. Come on in. I want y'all to talk about this a minute. This was insane.
The fucking when Pac nearly killed Darby in the jails.
Literally.
Yeah, but he was accompanied by the jail people.
God damn it. I want myself
It's jail people, Bobby Lashley style. Is that Byron Saxton?
No. Nice pun. There you go. That's why I got these two. Hell yeah.
Dude, I saw the obviously I watched it live, but when I was on Twitter, I was just doom scrolling the timeline a little bit. And someone posted the full fucking thing. I had to rewatch it. And I replied to one of my mutuals who was kind of marking out over it. I was like, dude, I loved every fucking second of this shit. Like the way it was shot, the lighting, the intensity of both guys. As a person who has taken film classes, who is still taking film class, who wants to be in the film industry, I love that shit. The production quality and the cinematography of all of this was fucking incredible. If you haven't seen the segment that we're talking about where John Moxley is talking to Darby Allin, who is in jail because Darby Allin was arrested because of he had a Molotov cocktail and he was gonna fucking kill the Death Riders with it, so he got arrested.
Literally.
Yes, I'm not kidding. That actually happened, folks.
Yeah, that's for shoot. Yeah. And he was like talking to Darby, and like the intensity of both guys, just the way it was like shot over the shoulder and the focus pulls of all of it was so fucking cool. And then Pac, in kayfabe, Pac broke into a federal prison and beat the dog shit out of Darby Allin, which is the greatest shit ever. Like, this shot of over the shoulder of John Moxley talking to Darby, and Pac just shows up and fucking gloms Darby from behind into the prison glass and beats his ass until he's bloodied. And then he throws him into the glass. I thought he was going to throw him through the glass, and while Moxley's just looking dejected in the background. Like, Moxley's just like stone-faced looking dejected in the background. It's fucking great. Darby's bloodied. There's blood smeared on the glass. It was awesome. So that, from not just from a wrestling fan standpoint of like, oh, that was cool. From a cinematography and film student standpoint, they killed it with that. I said to what I was replying to one, like I said, I was replying to one of my mutuals on Twitter. I was like, I want to see more of that across all wrestling. WWE, AEW, MLW, GCW. I don't care. I don't care if you're small. I don't care if you're big. Push yourself to have good production quality for segments like that, because that shit tells a fantastic story. Like, I don't care if you're like, oh, but death matches aren't really my thing. I think they're indie outlaw mud show bullshit. Cool, that's fine, but just appreciating and you again, yeah, you don't have to like death matches. They're not for everybody. Again, I like some hardcore shit, but I get why death matches aren't for everybody. But just even if this was like, man, like, I don't know, like a Mid-South rivalry, like having that kind of production quality for a feud is so rad. It doesn't have to be like talking to somebody while they're in jail because they got fucking arrested because they did some shit to the blah, blah, blah. No, all it has to be is use this as a blueprint, right? Use their lighting as a blueprint. Use how they shot this as a blueprint. It doesn't have to be a shot-for-shot remake. It doesn't have to be, well, we got to put this person in. It's got to be like a jail segment like this. No, it doesn't have to be like that. Just look at how they shot it, how they lit it, how they edited it, the emotion, expression, and the intensity behind both of these guys' eyes, and use that as a blueprint. It could be out in a fucking cornfield for all I fucking care. It could be in a fucking bounce house. I don't give a shit. Using this as a blueprint for a intense rivalry building segment in your company, in your promotion, do that. Do that. And the more we get this in wrestling across any company, the better off we're going to be. Because this shit was really dope. Use this to any company, any promotion, big or small. Use this as a blueprint for segments going forward in the future for a blood feud. Use this as a blueprint. Don't just do the same shit, because if you keep doing the same shit and you keep doing what you've always done, you're always going to get what you always got. The biggest thing to do as an artist is to steal like an artist. I learned that in art school as well. Steal like an artist. Look at other people's art and be like, that was rad. How can I do that to make it my own and to make it what I want to be? Steal like an artist. Take what they did and make it your own. Use this as a blueprint. I can't stress that enough, because that was rad as fuck.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot to say there.
Well said. Hell, we even talked about who's going to win this shit. I'll speak on my shit very quick. Honestly, yes. That's why I'm going to say this. Yes. That's all I'm going to say, because I am excited. I'm excited for the entire card, but this match is one match I'm looking forward to the most because... Okay, Steve? Good.
No, no, that's my answer.
No, there you go.
Right,
Anyone going to say maybe?
So you're saying yes?
Yes.
And I'm saying no.
Now who's going to say maybe?
Maybe.
I'm very excited, man. Fucking, Darby's winning. The question is, how is he going to win? That's going to be the interesting part. How is he going to win? They keep mentioning the flag. Oh, go for it, Beast. I said Darby Allin. Please go right ahead. Go right ahead.
So my prediction also is yes. I'm just going to point that out. I do think Darby is winning, but my prediction is just yes, because I just want to sit back and enjoy this fucking massacre. Now, how do I think Darby is winning? I think what they're going to do, I mean, it's going to be a fucking massacre. I think they're going to bring out some of the greatest deathmatch hits. They're going to obviously bring out thumbtacks, light tubes, barbed wire. I also think they're going to, and I think Will and Steep are going to cringe at this, but I really think they're going to do it. They're going to bring out gusset plates. If you know what gusset plates are, they're fucked up. Gusset plates are the things they use to fucking hold houses together. And there was a very infamous deathmatch moment with Jun Kasai, like 15 years ago, where he took a drop toe hold face first, unprotected, onto gusset plates, and it literally almost sliced his whole fucking face off.
Oh, fuck.
God.
Yeah. I think they're gonna bring out gusset plates. I think they're gonna use fire. I think they might even try and bring out like an exploding weapon of some kind. But here's how I think Darby is winning. Yes, they brought out the flag a lot. I do think there's going to be a hanging spot with the flag. Absolutely. He's going to fucking drape him over the ropes, and he's going to fucking 100%. But how I think Darby is winning. Darby is going to put Jon Moxley on a bed of some kind, glass, light tubes, nails, gusset plates, whatever, right? Forks, whatever. Darby's going to climb to the top of the Tron. Moxley's going to be laying there off the stage on this bed of weapons of mass destruction. And Darby is going to look down at Moxley with a microphone in his hand and say, Jon, if you love your family, if you love your wife, you will say I quit. Because I am going to coffin drop off of this fucking stage and I'm going to kill you. And Jon is looking at him like, I'm not going to say I quit. It's just not going to happen. And Darby is like, I will do it. And Darby crosses his arms and gets ready to go. And Jon goes, I quit, I quit, I quit, I quit, I quit. I quit. And that's how you end the fucking I quit match.
I would go a step further. Darby does it anyways.
Okay. Oh
Darby
my
does it anyway.
no. Come
He's
and
like-
drop off the stage on the fucking glass.
Fuck.
Yes,
Oh,
it's Darby.
oh no.
Darby does it anyways.
On the
Hell, I would-
nails.
okay,
On
this
the,
Okay, this would kill both men, and this would legit kill both men. I would have everything that you just said right there, all the weapons you said, have it pile on Jon Moxley with like a lit table on fire like above Jon, and it's like, you know, the snare you said. Yeah, they're gonna go far, bro. Like I would have that snare like Darby does the coffin drop, and he does
like
it. He does
like
that shit.
Fucking, like it's 2000 CZW out this bitch.
How
Yes.
the fuck is this legally allowed to air on pay-per-view if that's the case?
I do not know. I
You
also
need to rate
also
this
I
show
think
TVMA, by the way.
yeah,
Please,
for real.
rate
I
this
also
show
think
TVMA.
I also think they're gonna obviously do some callbacks to like I said, like 2000 CZW, like Nick Mondo and fucking John Zandig. I think they might try and bring out like a Weed Whacker, or they'll bring out like some dumb shit. They'll go fucking
Like a
crazy.
little
By the
bit
way,
of
AEW, like, this main
FMW
event
as well.
stage. Yeah,
Huh?
Little bit of FMW as well, potentially.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And I agree with Will. I think this main event's the show. Absolutely,
This
it
is
is
ending the
going
show.
to. I don't know how you can follow this with anything else.
that's the thing.
This should main event the show because I know after this I'm not gonna sleep.
Nobody's gonna
It's
sleep.
just-
The whole arena's gonna
like,
be
I'm not.
shot.
Like this is gonna be disgusting.
Hell, I think they're writing John off TV. I think this is how he wants to be written off. I think they're gonna write him off, and he's gonna go on that deserted break that you need, John. And yeah. Oh, Darby's gonna go away too, because after this match, they won't be seen for a while. Especially if what the snare we just said played out. Jeez,
And that's
Louise.
another thing. Like that's another thing. I love. I shouldn't say I love Jon Moxley. I appreciate all that he's done for the business because there are parts of Moxley that I don't like with like the deathmatch shit and all that. Because again, yes, I like some hardcore shit, but I don't like a lot. And yeah, I know audience, you're like, well, why? You just said that he's gonna coffin drop him onto a bed of nails. Yeah, I don't like that shit, dude. But like, it's Darby and Mox. Like I know, and like I said, I'm not gonna be able to sleep after this. Like it's gonna be fucking disgusting. But I also grew up with like bestgore.com and fucking all that shit, so I'm used to it. I don't like some of the shit Moxley's done. I don't like how he views what all wrestling should be, which, but I do like some of his stuff. I do like that he brings something different to the table, and I like watching him be in his element and go balls to the fucking wall, right? So, with him and Darby, it is going to be very much in Moxley's element, and I like seeing Moxley go as balls to the wall as he would like. What I haven't liked also is how oversaturated AEW has been with Jon Moxley and the Death Riders. I have gone from, oh fuck, here come the Death Riders, somebody's gonna bleed, somebody's gonna get fucked up, to, oh fuck, here come the Death Riders. Well, piss break. Because I'm over it, man. And it's a damn shame because I like everybody that's in the Death Riders, and I like seeing Moxley go fucking crazy. I'm just kind of over it, and I need a break from the Death Riders for a little while. To then, when they do come back, have them come back as a surprise and have that fucking music hit, and then you and me go, "Oh fuck, somebody's gonna get fucked up," because you haven't seen them in a while, you know?
Honestly, like, man, this is just... This match is gonna be fucked. Like, it really is. And it's like, with everything you guys have described here, just... God damn, it is gonna be fucking wild. I'm even gonna go one step further when it comes to, like, Jon Moxley, when it comes to that. I was like, you guys obviously mentioned that he might have a break sort of thing. Because, yeah, I've got Darby winning myself, absolutely. I think John's gonna be ran out for a long time. Maybe even ran out of the company. Like, could be, like, retirement, could be looking to go to another company sort of thing. I don't bloody know. I don't really know what the future for Jon Moxley is after this show, because, let's be honest, he's done everything in AEW. He's basically done everything, and it's like, there's nothing really left for the man. There really is nothing left for him, so it's like, should he retire? Should he go back to WWE? Should he try his hand at another company? I don't blame no. None of us know for sure, but it should be interesting. If that's the best way to put it, guys. Like, is it the best way to put it? Because
I would agree. Absolutely.
yeah,
Not bad.
Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be the best way to put it here. Stape, I should actually get to you on this one. Who have you got with the... Who do you think's got it between Jon Moxley and Darby Allin there?
Boy, that is the feud. It's obviously ran its its length. I'm not gonna say run its course because I'm still intrigued in what the both of those guys do, but they are absolute animals when it comes to one another. Uh, Darby will do absolutely anything, and it ain't a Moxley match until Moxley bleeds. Like, Moxley's the type of guy that would go to blood donations as a sport. I don't know what it is with Moxley. He just doesn't like keeping his bodily fluid, his human fluid to himself. Wait, I should reward that, but you know what I meant. But whatever. Anyways,
Pause.
be quiet. Oh my God, that is a tough one. I mean, kind of because I'm sick of Moxley. I think 99% of the wrestling fans are sick of Moxley at this point. I'm gonna go with Darby on this one. I think Darby could use it more, especially because if you want Darby to be one of those contenders for that world title, you're gonna have to start, making Darby that, level guy. I don't. You shouldn't just have, the Death Riders continue to just bury the shit out of Darby and just, that's the guy that we're gonna work him. No, like, Darby definitely is gonna be a face of this company someday, and he's gonna be a world champion, and we're just gonna, there's a lot more to go with Darby, especially because I really think this would have happened sooner had he not took his little trip to Everest. But, uh, yeah, I got Darby on this one.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay then,
Hey.
so right. Next up, we've got... I'd say it's a pretty high stakes match, but that depends on your definition of high stakes, but still pretty high stakes, I'd say. It is for $500,000 as Jurassic Express takes on the Young Bucks. Yes, Jurassic Express are back. Jack Perry is back, and so is Luchasaurus. And not gonna lie, this is a return I don't think a lot of people thought we would see as a group. Like, none of us really thought we'd see Jurassic Express back, but they're back. They're here. And well, they are looking to take down well, a group that has been humiliated every single week. So, definitely should be an interesting one. Beast, I'll go with you first for this one. Who have you got between the Young Bucks and the Jurassic Express?
Man, I definitely this is probably the match I care the least about on the card. This match, I used to be a huge fan of the Young Bucks, fucking not anymore. And Jurassic Express never was really huge on them as a team. I hate to say I don't care, but I don't really care. Just out of what's the fucking word I want? Like common sense, I guess. Jurassic Express is fucking going over. That's my pick. Because, I mean, they just got back together. It'd be weird to have them lose to the fucking Young Bucks. But I don't really care. Like, yeah, Jurassic Express is my pick, but, I mean, dude, I literally just got some new Switch games that I'll probably play during this. Or I'll just bust out Tears of the Kingdom again. So, yeah, this is, like, the match on the card I care the least about.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Steve, who have you got between the Young Bucks and the Jurassic Express?
This is that match that has that prize on the line, right? Like that 500K or so.
Yeah, 500,000.
Yeah, well, can I get in the match to get some of that? But I damn sure am not picking the Young Bucks. Jack Perry is, and honestly, Luchasaurus is the only person I like in this match. So I'm gonna just go with Jurassic Express. I don't have too much of an explanation on that one.
Yep. All right. HeelBalor, who have you got with the Young Bucks and Jurassic Express?
I'm happy to see Jurassic Express back. Pretty cool. But yeah, I'm getting tired of these freaking tag matches for money. That makes any sense? Like, whether it's legit money or not, like, I mean, that's cool. But like, Tony Khan's been using it way too much. It's like, oh, we can throw this out there: multi-women, multi-man, whatever it may be, multi-person matches. For money, it's just really getting annoying. It's like this could have just been a regular tag match, in my opinion. I honestly don't really care, but I'm going to go with Jurassic Express to win. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Ooh, fair enough. Fair enough.
I will say this: the Unbutts characters have been cracking me up. I'll give them that. Might have been their biggest fans, period, but they have been the whole thing with them being, broke, the broke bucks and whatever. It has been funny. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah,
Yeah, not gonna lie, definitely should be quite interesting. Me personally with this one, I think this is the end for the Young Bucks. I really think it's the end for the Young Bucks in AEW, because the way they have been booked and the way they have been treated so far, it's like, I don't know. I really feel like they're done with the company, sort of thing. I think Jurassic Express are gonna win. I think that will write the Bucks out. I don't know. Everyone on the internet is saying, "Oh, just a storyline. Don't look into it deeply," and that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm the only bloody one who's just out here thinking that, yeah, it might probably be the end for the Bucks, but I'd love to be proven wrong. Simple as that. Alright, we've got 4 title matches to get to, so let's get to it. And I think we'll start things off with the tag team title match. That being Brody King and Brodito taking on the Don Callis family in Kazuchika Okada and Konosuke Takeshita. IWGP Heavyweight Champion Konosuke Takeshita, might I add. Yeah, so the Don Callis family, they keep expanding, they keep growing, they keep having new members, they keep wanting more belts, so yeah, it's typical with the Don Callis family, and Brodito have just been really bloody good. Which, That's pretty good. Brodito's fucking awesome. So, yeah. HeelBalor, I'll go with you first for this one. Who have you got with Brodito versus the Don Callis family?
So yeah, the tag title match with Brodito and Takeshita and Okada. First of all, congratulations, Konosuke Takeshita for the IWGP title win against ZSJ. Highly recommend it. Go out and watch it. It's fun. Okada's Okada. We love him. I know a lot of people are kind of indifferent with this character. That's completely fair. I personally am enjoying it. Of course, Brodito. Love Bandito. Love Brody King. They've been killing as tag champs, been killing as a tag team, and just I've been enjoying everything they've been doing. Do they win the tag titles, Okada and Takeshita? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, that they win the tag team championships. Maybe have a two-man power trip kind of deal with them. And also, side note, the family needs to go away. I'm tired of the Don Callis family and Don Callis in general. But I would love to see Okada and Takeshita as tag champs that don't get along. I know we've seen that many, many times, I know. But I'm curious how this one would go, honestly. And then against Brodito, they've been great tag champs. And I'm legit fine either way. I just want to change things up. I'd say Takeshita and Okada take it.
Fair enough, fair enough. Steep, I'll go with you. Who have you got between Brodito and the Don Callis family?
As much as I can't stand the Don Callis family, I just something about just Okada and Takeshita being tag champions would just like feel right. It would be a good visual to see, and those two are incredible performers. Nothing against Brodito, oh, absolutely. Who doesn't like Bandito and Brody King? But I would definitely want to see Okada and Takeshita as tag champions.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Beast, who have you got between Brodito and the Don Callis family?
Personally, I have Brodito because I like Brodito more, but thinking critically about this, I have the Don Callis family because not only I agree, I don't like the stable itself, but I do love me some Takeshita and Okada, by themselves. But goddamn, man, I think that both of them, and actually all four of these guys, are supremely talented athletes between the ropes. But I do have Takeshita and Okada winning because later on in the night, we have a TNT title match. And we're going to get to that, but I think that Kyle Fletcher's retaining there. I'm going to just give my prediction for that too, because I think the Don Callis family is going to start their road to holding most of the titles in AEW, which, as the Don Callis family, it is a little meh, because the fucking family's too fucking big, but goddamn does it have some great fucking wrestlers in it. So I think this is the start. I think Fletcher's retaining his TNT title when we get to that, and I think here, definitely Brody King and Bandito are going to lose to Takeshita and Okada. Also, yes, big ups and big congratulations to Takeshita for beating Zack Sabre Jr. and becoming the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. I haven't watched the match yet. I heard it was really, really good. Whoa, I just had a stroke. I need to check it out. But goddamn, I heard it was really dope. And if you haven't checked it out yet, like I haven't, definitely take time out of your day, because I think after this podcast, I'm probably going to go check it out.
Oh yeah, big congrats there to Takeshita. Yeah, honestly, for me, I think this match is gonna be fantastic. The four of them are incredible wrestlers, and absolutely it's gonna be a great match. Realistically, in terms of who I think is gonna win this one, I think it's pretty obvious that the Don Callis family are probably gonna win, because number one, the numbers game, there's like 47 of them. And yes, I know some members probably we won't be seeing for a little while due to, well, a lot of things. But to be honest, I think it's safe to say with the Don Callis family that they've got the numbers game, they've got the advantage, and they're just so damn good that it's like, look, the family, you may not like them, but they can get stuff done, so yeah, I've got the Don Callis family taking it. On a side note, if you're wondering which member of the Don Callis family I was talking about when it comes to that, it's Andrade. Apparently some sort of contract-related stuff, but... Well,
sick.
yeah. So,
Yeah. Apparently
I
he
didn't hear
broke
about
something
that.
in his contract, and he's going to be out for. We probably won't see him for a very long time. That's all I'm gonna say. There's some big trouble going on right now between both companies.
I haven't heard
Yeah.
about that. Well, fuck contracts, man. They ain't worth the paper they're printed on. That's just my opinion. Fuck contracts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get sued for breachment.
Gang bro.
Well, we probably won't be dealing with that for the next match, as I think this one's going to be fantastic. It is for the TNT Championship, and it is the Protostar Kyle Fletcher taking on Mark Briscoe. Yeah, a little bit of that Australian taking on a bit of the South and that kind of thing. Pretty much, this is just going to be your typical sort of TNT title sort of story, but something about Kyle Fletcher being the champion has really helped out, I think, way more with the belt. I don't know what it is, but something has just gone way better with that. So, you know what, Beast, you already gave your prediction sort of thing, but I'd like you to elaborate more when it comes to this match.
You know what? You said the Protostar Kyle Fletcher. I'm gonna amend that because it's not just the Protostar Kyle Fletcher. It is the reigning and defending AEW TNT champion, the Protostar Kyle Fletcher. By the way, his theme song is Protostar based. Fucking yeah, Kyle Fletcher absolutely going over. I think he is not only going to be continuing to be the reigning and defending AEW TNT champion, I think down the line he is going to become the AEW World Champion. I think at some point the Don Callis family are going to hold the fucking trios titles too. Like, again, the Don Callis family sucks as a stable, but the wrestlers in it are fucking incredible. I don't like Don Callis. I don't like fucking Cyrus the Virus ECW style. And I'm a big ECW fan, but fuck Cyrus, yo. Goddamn. The Don Callis family is a shitty ass stable. Because it has Don fucking Callis. But the wrestlers in it are really, really rad. Fucking Josh Alexander. The Protostar! Kyle Fletcher. Fucking Okada. Takeshita. The hologram clone who was Arez, by the way, and Arez is a great fucking wrestler. They got some fucking great talent in the Don Callis family. I just wish they didn't have Don fucking Callis. If anything, I would have taken, like Dan Lambert over Don Callis, but that's neither here nor there. Shouts out to fucking Dan Lambert. Yeah, I do think Kyle Fletcher's retaining. Absolutely. I think he's going to hold the title for a while. And I do think that he at some point is going to be more than just a TNT champion. That dude has all the talent in the world. One more time.
Oh, Lord. Well, definitely some solid thinking there. HeelBalor, I'm gonna go with you next. Who have you got between the Protostar and Mark Briscoe?
They're one apiece, these two. They're one apiece, and their matches have been fun. On one hand, Fletcher just won the title, which, by the way, again, he should have won it all in Texas. I will forever stand by that. He should have won it all in Texas. I get why they gave Dustin Rhodes in there. I get it, but that should have been Fletcher's night. But I'm glad he's champ now. He's been a very fun champ. Like, he literally has that Randy Orton type vibe to him. Or he reminds me of he's got that vibe, man, of Randy Orton mixed with Edge, mixed with just a young upstart who's the future, legit. And I wish I paid more attention to him when he was part of the United Empire, but of course that's Ospreay. Come on, I pay attention to Leo. That's my guy. That's my boy. But Fletcher, I really wish I paid more attention to him because he is great at what he does. He's really great, and he's coming to his own. He's got the look. He's got the promo skills. He's got everything to be a future world champion. He definitely is to be world champion the next many years. Hell, probably next year, 2027. So he's the future. Mark Briscoe's always been great. Been a big fan of the Briscoe brothers since Ring of Honor, the old ROH days. R.I.P. to Jay Briscoe. We miss him very much. Your brother's doing a great job carrying on your legacy, and I would love this to be his night. Trust me, I would. I'm very torn. On one hand, Fletcher being champ and the Don Callis family, which again, beast at best. The Don Callis family in general sucks. The wrestlers are great. Friggin' you got that, but also I think you should reward Mark Briscoe for the stuff he's been doing with MJF and just stuff he's been doing at AEW in general this year so far. It's been very good for him this year. He's one of my underrated wrestlers of the year so far. Mark Briscoe, and he's been killing it. I think you should reward him. So I'm fine either way. I'm gonna go with Kyle Fletcher to retain. I just feel like it's just I don't know. Something's just telling me that Fletcher is gonna somehow sneak out a win. But I legit find either way. I'm gonna go with Kyle Fletcher. I do think, however, Briscoe's taking the title from him, just not yet.
Very, very interesting thinking there. And, Steep, who have you got between the Proto Star and Mark Briscoe?
Proto Star!
Proto Star!
Proto Star!
I gotta say, first of all, this is gonna be one hell of a match. Kyle Fletcher is great. Ever since he's gotten his chance to have this, stardom be on him and this light to shine on his own after getting away from United Empire, where, like HeelBalor said earlier, where Osprey was a star. Kyle Fletcher is one hell of a dude, and Mark Briscoe, man, Mark has, outside of being a performer, that dude's been through the ringer and a lot of things that we know about, and it's just these two competitors, they deserve a lot, and they deserve so much more. Honestly, I could go either way with this one, but I'm gonna just throw something random out there, and I'm going Mark Briscoe.
Ooh. That's not too bad of a thinking there. Not too bad there. Me personally with this, I mean, Mark Briscoe, he is fucking awesome. He is fantastic. Kyle Fletcher, he is just amazing, even though he is from Sydney. And as we all know, Sydney is not great. So,
Sydney, Scotland?
Sydney
Tell her
Sweeney?
Scottish. Sydney Sweeney bass, Sydney Sweeney Scottish style. Sydney Sweeney Scottish Tylor is crazy.
Wait, Scottish Sydney Sweeney.
Oh my god.
Scottish Sydney Sweeney Tylor style is the real Proto Star.
Oh my god.
Scottish Sydney skip. I'm trying to do like a tongue twister.
Skippity toilet.
Oh my
Skippity toilet.
Ohio, Red
style.
Oh my god,
enigma
now
is
we're
Aroma.
really going into the modern
My
generation.
enigma is aroma. My enigma is aroma.
Okay, yeah.
Seth Tobin, don't let Seth Tobin be your babysitter.
Oh god, I've got Kyle Fletcher winning this one. Kyle Fletcher, it makes sense for him to keep hold of the belt for a little while longer. But yeah, honestly, it's gonna be a fantastic match. And I think this next match is also going to be a fantastic match. In fact, I think for a lot of us here, this is gonna be our match. Because, this one's gonna be a special one. It is for the AEW Women's World Championship, and it is Chris Statlander versus Timeless Toni Storm. In my opinion, the two ladies that have helped make the women's division the best it has ever been throughout this year. Seriously, Statlander and Storm have had some of the best matches throughout the whole year when it comes to, like, the competitors and the story and surfing. They've been killing it. They've been doing such a great job. That's like, yeah, it's well deserved that they get to go at it one-on-one. This is a special match. It really is. And I know for you guys, This one is going to be very important. So, Steep, I think I'll start with you on this one. What do you think of Toni Storm versus Chris Statlander?
It's like it was no doubt that Tony was going to end up being, one of the first challengers, and just especially how early this is in Chris Statlander's title reign. I remember the day where she won it, how HeelBalor was and everything. It's just that's a homestay girl. She's from where I'm from, in the same state, and I have nothing against Tony Storm. I really think that she's a great performer, and she had, the character of the year last year, for the women's side of wrestling. And I really think she's at a point in her career where, you know, uh, well, speaking of AEW standards, where she doesn't really need to be in these positions and such. I rather she go back to that rocker girl kind of gimmick. Obviously that was short lived because she had did that whole, I have an amnesia type thing, and then she remembered who she was, and then we're right back to this, Marilyn Monroe thing, and I really think that she's great and all, and I wouldn't be surprised if she won here, but it would be upsetting, for someone who uh likes Chris Statlander. I'm not the biggest fan of her as much as HeelBalor has, and but someone who appreciates her and who is she's a local hometown hero of mine. I really want Stat to win this. I really do, and I think she should win this. I'm expecting bullshit in one way or another, whether that be she doesn't or something happens, or I feel like we're gonna really our hearts like that with this one. There's gonna be
Something,
constant times
something, Death
where, you
Riders?
know, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Where Tony Khan's gonna mess with us in that way. You're definitely gonna see the Death Riders in this, which is gonna, those guys can really just piss off. Like, seriously, stop trying to recruit Stat into your stable. And this is where this is going. I'm really just gonna quit at that point. But I expect bullshit. I know bullshit's gonna happen. I'm be surprised if it don't. I'm gonna go with who I want to pick in Chris Statlander, but I really really think that something unpleasant's gonna happen at the end of this.
Yeah, fair enough. Beast, who have you got between Chris Statlander and Toni Storm?
This one's tough. I have been wanting Chris Statlander to win the women's world title for so fucking long. And the fact she finally got it really, really warms my heart. She has deserved that shit for years. I've been a fan of her pretty much since AEW started. And I've seen this star in her that wants to flourish and blossom. She's never gotten the fucking chance. And the fact she is now, probably to get it all taken away from her, sucks, man, because she deserves it. She deserves to be women's world champion. And I like Toni. I do. Chris Statlander deserves it more, though, man. My heart is telling me one thing and my mind is telling me another. I usually go with my mind. I'm going to go with my heart on this one. My heart's telling me Chris Statlander, and my prediction is going to be Chris Statlander. And I hope I am right. I really, really, really do. But my mind, my brain, the critical thinking part of me is telling me, yeah, she's losing. She is losing. And Toni Storm's winning the title back. That's not who I'm going with, though. I'm going with my heart on this one. I feel like Han Solo right now, man. I got a bad feeling about this. But I do got Chris Statlander. God, I hope I'm right. God, I fucking hope I'm right. Because if I'm not, well, I feel like Will and I are going to have the same sentiment. And with that, I know we're going on to Will next. So, Will, if Chris Statlander loses, what the fuck's going to happen?
Yeah,
I guess it's my turn.
Well, I gotta ask you there. This is your girl. Statlander is your girl, so it's like, if she somehow doesn't manage it, what the hell are you gonna do?
I'll get to that in a sec. 5 years I have been waiting for this, and I'm trying my damnedest not to cry. I did that. I did that all out, and just the the just the passion, just the emotion, just it really felt good to see her finally getting that. It's like her and Sheet have been my girls since this company started, and just so I was wondering when's Stat getting her turn, and just it really means a lot just seeing her, getting just getting You Deserve It chance, and just she really deserves this, and like for so long I've been waiting for this shit, and it really means a lot because she's worked so hard for this, and just it really means a lot to me as a fan. For her, it really means a lot, and just sorry, it really it means a lot, man, and damn, I wouldn't cry. Nope. It means a lot, and she's been through so much, and just 2 injuries, and I always kept believing. I'm like, she's gonna get it. She's gonna get it one day, and just there were those doubts. I'm not going to lie and sugarcoat it. And there were doubts. I'm like, she's never gonna be champ. They're gonna give it to like somebody else, and just it feels good to see her finally as champion, and just I'm going with her winning. Like there's no other way. If she loses, you really don't want to know what I'm going to say. I'm going to be hurt. I'm going to be beyond upset, and just Tony Khan, you would have ruined everything, a lot of things, and just she means a lot to me. It's like it means a lot to her just seeing her getting that moment all out, and just for it to be ripped away. I would not like that at all. And she's winning. Do I think something bad's happening after the match? Maybe. I don't know what it would be, honestly, but I do think something might happen after the match. They keep teasing her joining the Death Rise, which I think is going to happen one day, just not now because she's champion. The really big thing I want is like a match with her and Sheeta again, just for the championship itself. Like Sheeta's already the longest holder of that belt, and now finally my other girl has it. It's like it means a lot to see her. Just I remember watching the press conference. I'm just smiling, and I'm just elated and happy, and just Beast and Steech were there for the Steech had to step away, but they were there when she won the title, and Beast remembers my reaction. Just I was very happy. That's right, and it just means a lot, and just it's very cool to say she's finally champion. It took them long enough to give it to her, and I hope she gets to keep it. And just I'm not forgetting All Out. Just I haven't been that emotional in a long time, a very long time, and just it means so much to see her on top, and just the fact that we'll get to the world champ a little bit in just a bit, my other guy, but just seeing both of my faves right now on top of the world in a company that not just I love, but these boys here love as well. It just means a lot, and I want something for their faves as well, and I want something for like their faves. Like it's not just me on top of this mountain; it's all my friends, and like I want that for my boys here. But it really just means a lot to see Stat finally get the title again. Like if I can replay All Out again, I would. I just broke down. I was so happy, and just it means a lot. Like it's crazy because like her, Tiffany, now Kalani Jordan, and Soruka, and potentially soon Mariah May are going to be champions, and it means a lot to seeing my girls on top of the fucking world. And like for me and States, we both love Tiffany Stratton, so that's big for us. And just seeing Stat, just getting this moment just means so much. And just yeah, I'm happy as hell. And just if she loses, I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. I really can't tell you, to be honest with you. But I will say this: keep it on her. That's all I ask. Please keep it on her for as long as you need. Please. And also, which is hilarious because back to back, both my favorites dethroned Toni Storm and Mariah May. She dethroned her at Wembley this year. Stat's the one that pinned her to become champion all out. So it's like it's crazy. I guess my faves are Toni Storm enders, but it really just means a lot seeing her, on top and just I'm just not forgetting that press conference, and I'm not forgetting the moment she won. Like I was stone faced and just tears in my eyes, and just I made a Instagram post about it, like that's my girl. And it's like these boys here were saying the best, like she's gonna get it one day, and she did. And I'm very appreciative of AEW, giving her this opportunity because she's been deserving of it for a very long time, and just I'm hoping and praying that she wins, and that's my pick is gonna be Stat, to get the title and to keep it. Well, if she already got it, she has to keep it now, but Stat's winning, please. Like I don't know what's gonna happen afterwards, but all I care about is she's going in and she's walking out champion. So my girl, I'm going with Stat all the way.
I mean, if there's one thing we can say about wrestling from any company surfing, it's that whenever they do those sort of emotional moments, they do them right. And that was definitely a great example of that. Me personally with this. Now, I know there's gonna be a lot of people out there who will be looking at me here with the picks being like, you're biased because you're Australian. Oh, come on. Why would I be biased towards my country people? Seriously, though, Toni Storm and Chris Statlander are two of the absolute best in the game. And I love the both of them. And I want to see them do well. And this match is going to be incredible. It is going to be so good. Like, this is a match that we are hoping the absolute best for. I mean, I don't want to see any bloody Death Riders bullshit and that kind of thing. I just want a pure match. Just these two ladies beating the piss out of each other for that world title. That's what you want to see. And just to prove even further that I'm not biased, I've got Chris Statlander winning. Because it makes sense. It really does. Like, Toni held the title for a long time this year, so I think now you've given the belt to Statlander, it's like, yeah, give Statlander a long enough reign. I don't know how long, but just give it a long enough reign. Like, I don't know, maybe till the end of the year? I don't quite know. Just
I need a good run at least till Double or Nothing 2026. You can drop it in January for all I care. February. Just give her a long reign. And I know I've said many times I don't look like long title reigns. Obviously, I don't. Again, it depends on the story and the wrestler and the character. And I'll say this about her character. I like how it's a mix between the badass character she usually plays and just the alien as well. Like, just I love the mix. And it's like it really just it's great and just I definitely hear what Steve's and Beast have to say on everything as well. Like, what y'all got? I want to hear y'all have to say.
I need Chris Statlander to win. I do. I need it. I can't. I like Toni. I cannot have Toni win. It just no. She's been given a lot, and I do like seeing her as champ. But goddamn, Chris Statlander just deserves it so much fucking more, man. She does. I need Chris Statlander to win, and that's why I'm going with my heart and soul pick. I just don't. I just fucking feel like Han Solo, man. I just got a bad feeling about this.
Mm-hmm.
The match is gonna be dope, though. Absolutely.
Oh, it is.
Absolutely.
It's you, Steeps.
Definitely. It's like, this is another one of those rare cases where it's like, we have something that just puts us on the edge of things. When Hangman won the world title, and we had that big old thing at All In, and we saw, there was so much things in there, and then, you had the Bucks showing up, you had this and that, and there was just so much happening, because nobody wanted Mox to still be champion, because we were tired of that damn fucking briefcase and shit, and, you look at the two times Roman faced Cody, and those both times where everybody was hyped up for Cody to win. Obviously, the first time that didn't happen, and the time after that, this is another one of those cases where it's like, please just don't do something stupid. That's all I ask, and it's not like I'm not gonna over ask for this. I'm not gonna say, well, Chris needs to win in this fashion and that fashion because X, Y, and Z. Dude, don't do nothing stupid. That's all I'm asking for nowadays, and I think that implies what it needs to imply. That's really what I'm just asking for here at the end of the day. Knowing wrestling in general, you're gonna get something stupid, especially the times you don't want it, especially times where you're least expecting it to happen, where that always just stings the most. But I have a really, really eerie feeling that like something unpleasant's gonna go down at the end of this. It's just like, even if Stat wins, there's just gonna be something at the end of this visually that's not gonna sit right.
Yeah, they turn Harley Cameron heel. Actually, don't do that. Don't do that. That
Yeah,
makes me more
yeah,
stupid.
don't turn Holly heel. I would be pissed off if you did that.
It needs to be just the ending of just Stat just walking out champion. I am with them as well. Like, I did think something very interesting is going to happen after the match. Like, I don't know what it's going to be, and that's the scary thing. I just don't want Tony to win. Like I've said this before in the last podcast we had at All Out. There are three things: Death, Texas, and Tony Storm holding championships. This does not need to be the third scenario because she's. And I like Tony. I do. It's just you've had enough. It's enough. It's time to move on and give it to people who I'm not saying Tony didn't deserve it or anything. No. Basically, people who have been there a lot. No, yeah, just give it to more different people, I guess. And Stat's been long deserved this title, and just it makes me just so happy just seeing her finally with it, and just please keep it on her, like please. That's all I ask. So please have her walk out champ. That's all I care about. Is just have her walk out champ. Don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, and like Tony Storm, she is the female face of the company, absolutely. But look, you do gotta have like some sort of breaking points. You do gotta have that.
Mm-hmm.
You do.
Yeah. So right.
I really just hope after.
Yeah, fair enough. But
Did you tell her? Okay.
You know what?
And then it's
I mean,
you did. Steve said something.
I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
You guys did mention about Hangman Page earlier, so I think it's time we should get to the main event. And oh boy, I don't think anyone expected this to be the main event, but I think this is the best scenario for a main event. It is Hangman Page versus Samoa Joe for the AEW World Championship. Seriously, a month ago, we were out here thinking, oh, what could be the main event for Wrestledream? What could be the main event? And then they throw this at us and like, holy shit, this is a well done surprise for a match. And you know what? I'm excited. This one is gonna be awesome. I mean, this could be Samoa Joe's last chance to get the AEW World title back. This is Hangman Page defending the title with his heart and honor, and it's like, oh, this is gonna be a good one, folks. This absolutely is gonna be a good one. HeelBalor, I'll start with you for this one. Who are you got between Hangman Page and Samoa Joe?
When they teased this about 2 weeks ago, I got excited. I'm like, Very excited. Of course, remember the triple threat they had along with Swerve last year, which was super fun. Now it's one-on-one. And can I just say, I'm enjoying the second run of the Hangman. Like I said, I've been riding with this dude since 2018, and I'm freaking proud of him. Like, the first reign wasn't the best. This second run, though, oh, it's been incredible. I've been enjoying it. He's doing a lot better as champ. He's carrying himself well. His promos are good. The way he presents himself is great. I'm just so happy. That's why I love AEW. I sound like a fanboy, but like, I'll swear that with a freaking sleeve at this point. I love AEW. I really do. And yes, I can do some stupid shit, obviously, any company can, but god damn it. Hangman on top of the world. It really just makes me happy, and I've been enjoying the second run. Samoa Joe, obviously, we all love Samoa Joe. And his reign as AEW World Champ, obviously get to Swerve was fun. Would I mind the second run as him as champ? That'd be great, don't get me wrong. That's not happening here. This match is going to be very fun. There's really no nitpicks, honestly. The way they set up is kind of interesting. It was because of a tag and stuff like that. And Joe feels like he's being disrespected, which is something, and Heyman's like, if you want to tell him, actually, just tell me about it. And Heyman's going to do his thing, and it's going to be a very fun match with these two one-on-one. The whole thing where Joe says, Heyman's never beaten him one-on-one, which is true. And these two are going to put on a very fun match. Do I think it closes the show? Maybe. I think honestly the I Quit match is closing the show. I'm fine either way. Whatever closes the show, I'll be fine with. But I think it's still going to be a fun match. Heyman's been carrying himself well as champ. Samoa Joe's always been great. And it's obviously going to end with a buckshot lariat with the world champion standing tall. I'm sorry, the champion of the fucking world, Hangman Page, walking as AEW World Champ, continuing this reign probably into 2026. So I'm ready. I'm ready for this match. I'm so excited. Hangman's walking out champ.
Ooh, yeah, this one is gonna cook. Steep, I'll go with you next. Who have you got between the Hangman and Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal?
Oh boy, yeah, I didn't expect this to be the main event either. Especially because I really thought they would have different opponents for each other, but kind of got that it is. I think that this is going to be one fun match to watch. I really want to see Hangman go for a buckshot and then Samoa Joe just do that thing where he just casually walks away and just Hangman just falls into the ring. I think that would be a funny shot.
Please.
I think that'd be a really funny shot of just Hangman setting up the buckshot and then Joe's there just not caring. He jumps over and then Joe just walks away all slowly. Yeah, I do have Hangman retaining on this one. I think this is one of the more so I won't say easier matches to call, but a match that I'm more confident in calling. Yeah, that's where really I'm gonna leave it at.
Yeah, fair enough. And Beast, who have you got between Hangman Page and Samoa Joe?
I would love if Samoa Joe won the world title. I would pop incredibly huge. Will not happen, though. I do have Hangman going over. 1,000,000%. Yeah, I think Samoa Joe is an incredible talent. I've loved Joe for fucking years, even before he was in NXT. I think he deserves to have another world title before he hangs it up. Tonight is not the night, man. It's not going to happen. I do think Hangman's going over, and I think the person to take the world title off of Hangman is
the show's not on
Kyle
tonight.
Fletcher. Well, okay.
It's not tonight because tonight's the show isn't on tonight. It's on the weekend.
And
on Thursday.
And you're right. It's not going to be the night this podcast comes out either. But you know what I meant. You know what I meant, you smart ass. I do think the guy to take the world title off of Hangman is going to be Kyle Fletcher. Absolutely, 100%.
Ooh.
Interesting. Yeah,
if not Kyle. Excuse me, I just fucking choked on nothing.
Yeah, especially considering there's a guy around here who is pretty much gone from TV right now, but still has the damn contract.
If it's not Kyle Fletcher, then maybe if they build him up in time, hopefully Josh Alexander.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's wishful thinking, but I doubt it.
It is very wishful thinking. I don't think it's going to happen.
I have it being MJF.
Same.
Okay, it's fair.
Whoever wins this belt from Hangman is walking into Wembley, and you're losing it to my guy. That's all I'm gonna say. Hopefully, we'll see if he's back in time with his neck
Unless
injury.
he holds it till Wembley and then he drops the Osprey directly.
True. Oh, that'd be a good. Honestly, that'd be like 400 plus days. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it'll
July
be like,
all the way to August. Holy shit!
It'll be 13 months.
Hell, that would break MJF's record. It would.
Thank God.
Then
I don't know how I feel about that.
Because I feel like, the story is leading to MJF being the one to take it. Like, well, what are you talking about that? Because, like, we already know Heyman's retaining the belt. Like, the interesting part is who's he going to lose to? Like, you got Fletcher. You got freaking MJF. I don't think it's going to be Osprey. I would love it. I'd love to see the rematch.
It's going to be Bryan's in return.
Who?
It's going to be Bryan's in-ring return.
Oh, God. No.
Actually, no, never mind. He'd give it right back to Mox.
Exactly. We don't need that. Which, by the way, again, Dragon, I love you, but you're still in timeout because of that. So I'm glad you're on commentary. Stay there for the time being. Anyways, I just have been enjoying the run of Hangman so much. It's just been very good, and just I know a lot of people give this company shit, but when they do good things, they do good things. They don't like divide people out there like certain fans. Anyways, so I've been enjoying this shit. It's been great.
Yeah.
Also, where the fuck is when is Swerve gonna be back? I miss Swerve.
Me too.
Hope he's doing well. I miss Swerve. I miss Osprey.
Yeah.
Everything's fine so far. Like, we just need those two back.
Yeah, AEW really is making things work very well, even with like some of their big names being on the shelf at the minute. They really are doing pretty well with who they've got, which I guess goes to show something, I suppose. Me personally, when it comes to this match, I am very excited for it. I mean, look, this is probably going to be one of Samoa Joe's final chances at the world title, because we know he's going to be hanging up the belt soon. Like, he's hanging up the boots soon.
He's hanging up the belt.
Yeah, he's hanging up something, but pretty much, like, Samoa Joe, he is one of the absolute best to ever do it. Multi-time world champion in multiple companies, and it's like, I would love to see him win one more world title, absolutely. But I just don't see him winning here. I really don't. I think they're going to keep the belt on Hangman, because Hangman's been having such a pretty good run. And honestly, I didn't think we would actually see Hangman win the belt, but I'm glad I was wrong on that, because this has been a pretty good run so far, with the whole MJF thing aside. Pretty much. It's like, Hangman, he is pretty much like one of the faces of the company. Like, if you ask me, like, who I see as like the faces of AEW, like, if you were to give me like 4 names that I would have to think of, the 4 names I'd think of as the faces of the company, I'd say Hangman, Kenny Omega, Darby Allin, and Tony Storm. I would personally say that. And that's saying something for
Kenny
Hangman.
Omega, by the way, is recording this.
Yeah, obviously this is around the time of recording this, but still, it's like, Hangman is someone who has done such great work that's like, it's a good thing to keep that work going. And I hate the fact that I've got this damn elephant in the room sort of thing with like Max with his contract that he can cash in whenever to get a shot later and such. It's like, I really don't want him winning the belt from Hangman sort of thing, but I know it might happen, and I'm just enjoying this run. I really am enjoying this run.
Imagine he returns after the match. then that's when he cashes in. He freaking takes. Actually, yeah, I believe you have to sign the thing. Which again, that concept is so stupid. I'm sorry. It's
It'd
dumb.
probably be like, I won the belt at Full Gear, so I should sign for Full Gear. Or some bullshit like that.
True.
Hope not. But seriously, though, this is going to be a fantastic match. And overall, this is going to be a fantastic show. I mean, Wrestledream's card is one of the most stacked we've seen. And honestly, like, it is going to be a fantastic show. I mean, we all looking forward to it?
I always love whenever their pay-per-views roll around. It's just
Hell
fun. Yeah. Yeah, there have been obviously some duds. I'm not going to lie, but I'm not afraid to say this shit at all. I'm sure my boys and my friends here can bat me up, I'm sure. Or they're probably different opinions. That's completely understandable. AEW, in my opinion, this has been their year so far. And no one's perfect in wrestling. Not one company, not one booker. Nobody's perfect. But for me personally, this has been AEW's year so far. Like, I've been enjoying what they've been doing. Sure, there have been some duds, but so far, they've been doing very well this year. Good wrestling, fun storytelling sometimes. Good characters at times. There's been some duds, but I've been enjoying what they've been doing this year so far. And just every time Wednesday night rolls around, it's like me and my friends are always I look forward to it. I'm like, yes, it's Dynamite. Now I get to watch my homies. It's like, it's always a fun time watching AEW with my boys here. It's always a blast. Just, we love watching NXT together. It's great. MLW, it doesn't matter. We love wrestling in here. It's great. But in my opinion, AEW has been killing it this year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, right, guys. My goodness, that was one hell of an episode. In fact, I think this actually is quite a interesting one, because you know what episode number this is? This is episode number 149.
I was hoping you were going to say 169.
Damn.
Well, we're not there yet.
Closing in.
But seriously, though, I mean, we love talking about this. We love doing it. And goddamn, I don't know what the hell we're going to be doing for episode 150. But should be quite a special one. So, right, who would like to end this week's episode off?
May I?
Well, absolutely, man. I'll let you take the honors. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, we thank you for joining us for this episode of the Losers Lounge podcast talking about AEW Wrestledream. We will see you next time where we'll talk about another wrestling pay-per-view, which will be episode 150. Make sure not to miss it. It's going to be a great celebration of all things the Losers Lounge. It's going to be real dope. So without further ado, for Tyler, for HeelBalor, for Steep, I am the Skull King Beast Mode 9000. And Base Tyler, Tone Your Storm, Lyle Butcher, Porno Star from Sydney Sweeney, Scotland, Skibbity Toilet on Ohio, Riz Sigma with my Russian babushka, listening to Vanilla Ice Spice 6-7 times to Pumpkin Spite Me, and my Opimium is a Roman motherfucker, and your mom stopped the bullying to Kevin Owens is a hokey with Vince McMahon. Fuck into donuts in a sale! Yeah! I want to get your girl moaning with Mike Hawk and Hugh Janus like LA Knights, yeah, and not Stone Cold's what? Or maybe I don't, brother, but I do eat corn the long way. Give me a, oh yeah. We'll see you next time. Too sweet. Peace out. Goodbye and good night. Mwah. Bang.
Oh, one more thing before we leave. I don't think you said this. Support all your local wrestling companies. Fuck the Fed. Fuck with the best wrestling. All that shit. You know how it is. We love
Support
wrestling.
indie wrestling.
It's great. Support your indie wrestling. We love it. Support all wrestling,
And
whatever it may be.
And Steep loves donuts in a cell. Goodbye. Good night. Bang.
Goodbye.
See you guys.